Let's see. Oh man. Hello. Get rid of this. Let's see. Welcome to another ride day. We're gonna try to do this podcast thing again, or podcast show, discussion, whatever you want to call it. I had a couple of friends ask me about the ride that I did up in what I call the hills, which is South Dakota. That's where you got your Sturgis, Rapid City, Blackhills. Then you're going over to it's Bighorn Pass, and then you head over like you're going towards Yellowstone. So then you have your, what are the thing called? Oh, Bluetooth Pass, which was supposed to be an epic mountain, talked about forever, like one of the top, I say top 3, roads you can ride in America as far as amazing stories. A Beartooth Pass. So there was Sturgis, Blackhills, Beartooth, and then there was Dead Indian Hill Summit and stuff like that. So we're going to talk about that today. See if I can show y'all some videos, how we set that up, how we got that ride going. So we're going to get that taken care of. So just bear with me. We switched. I think we used Zoom the first time, and now I think we're going to switch over to, let me see, using StreamYard now. So a couple of friends told me to use that, so I'm going to switch over to that. It works out. Got logos and stuff like that. That's kind of cool. Give it that other appeal, that flair. So that's good. So we'll go from there. So give me 1 second here. Oh, man. Mic, check, 1, 2. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get started. Let's go from here. So, again, I'm going to call this episode The Hills. Sturgis. Now, I'm not talking about Sturgis. Well, let me start from the beginning. Actually, I got an invite to go hang out in Canada from a few riders and stuff like that I follow, and they follow me and so forth like that. So I was going to go up to Canada, and actually the family wanted to go too. So, kids got the passport and stuff like that. So I took them up to Canada, but we went up to Calgary, Canada. So that is, it's kind of in the middle. So it's not, Toronto's on one side, you have Vancouver on the other. I think Winnipeg is the middle, which they told me Winnipeg was like the murder capital of Canada too. So, I mean, I don't even know. So that was funny. I mean, not funny, but I just didn't even know. I never heard of that. But then again, I'm not from there. So Calgary is in between. Let me see if I can actually show a map and go from there. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. See if we can do this the right way. Okay. So let me switch this over. You'll see me. Okay, so I'll do it this way. Hopefully that's clear enough for y'all to check out and see from there. Good. So on the map, let me see if I can get it here. Yeah, I got stars and stuff all over my map of all the different places and location I can go to. So it takes a minute for that to come up. So let me get that together. And let's go to full screen here so I can stop. There we go. Okay, so again, like I said, Montreal, Toronto, that's all over here. And we got that ride coming up too. That's going to be an exciting ride. We're going to go from probably from DC or Maryland, DMV. And I'm sorry. And we're going to ride probably through Pennsylvania, either straight through Amish country and stuff like that, or we may cut up through Pittsburgh. But either way, we're going to go up to Buffalo. Or we may even go up here too. There's a couple other crossings up here that makes it real nice. But I want to do the Toronto. We're going to do the Ontario ride. So basically, we're going to ride the bikes. We're going to Niagara Falls. You got to do Niagara Falls from the Canada side, because that's 3 times as better as the U.S. side. It's like a whole park, amusement park. Everything is just catered. I mean, they really spent a lot of money, and the best views for Niagara Falls are going to be on the Canada side as well. So we're going to do that. And I've ridden to Niagara Falls before, but this time we're going to go into Canada. We're going to hang out in Toronto for a little bit, and then we want to do the Toronto to Montreal, and then probably stay in Montreal for a little bit, and then hit Ottawa, hit Quebec City for a little bit. There's 1,000 islands all in between here. So I know Montreal got it going on, and I know Toronto got it going on. So anyway, I digress. That's another ride coming up. So we're going to talk about that, or y'all get with me if y'all want interested in that ride. We'll probably do that. See, Canada gets kind of cold, so I'm probably thinking we're going to do that July or August, maybe. But anyway, so I went up to Calgary, met some riders up around northern Montana, and then we went and met them up in Calgary, and we had some fun. But I said I took the kids with me on that one, so trailered the bike and the whole 9 yards. But Calgary was interesting because they said you got to go to this thing called Banff National Park. So, and in Banff National Park, it was phenomenal. Let me switch the screen back so we can there we go, so we can talk together a little bit. Let me see, how does that look? Is that straight? Okay, so now, so Calgary again, Vancouver's over here, Calgary's up there, Banff National Park. As you can see, this is mountain country, unbelievable. I mean, like, they start from up here. So I knew the riding had to be incredible, but it's the sights that make this so good. So in Banff National Park, they have all these gorgeous lakes and stuff that people see. You always see it on TV, like Lake Louise. Let me see if I can get a good shot of it. Yeah, Lake Louise. And this is just right off of maps. You know, this gorgeous lake. There is a further down is a what's this one? This may be even more famous, Moran Lake, or Marine Lake, Moran, if I'm saying it right. And these are literally like crystal clear, perfectly blue green. I mean, it's the glaciers. You see the mountains still up there. It's the glaciers. When they come down, they form this, and it's just beautiful. And it lived up to the hype. I'm not even gonna lie, it lived up to the hype. There's a few other ones. Let me see. Now, I know all this got to be incredible ski area, but during the summer, it was still beautiful. Oh, here's one they told me about. This was a Pito Lake. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Let me see if I can stretch that out a little bit. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's beautiful. Let me see if I can go back here. So that was Pito Lake, and then there was another one, Bow Lake and stuff like that. So you're riding up through these canyons, these mountains. I mean, elevation is way up there, way up there. There's always snow still at the top of the mountain. So here we are in July, and there was still snow and everything, no matter what. You know what? Let me show a video. Let me come out of that. Hold on. Let me stop. Let me see. Make sure. Okay, everything's working out. Check that over here. I know I gotta have a video clip or something. Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna show you this clip. This is the family in Canada. Then we'll get back into the motorcycle riding. We'll get back to the Sturgis and Blackhills and all that stuff here and there. But if you ever thought about riding Canada and Banff National Park, it's incredible. So let me play the clip.
I've been wasting my days on a 9 to 5, spending dollars when I only make a dime, while you're surfing the waters of paradise. Oh, Adrian, I wanna be like you. I wanna trade my worries, I wanna trade my troubles, all for a golden journey. Oh, Adrian, I wanna be like you, 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 be like you.
park, man, it's really that nice. It's really that nice. The ride is pretty good too, but I would say it's 100% cruiser ride. I think a sport bike really couldn't really have any fun with it. Wasn't a lot of police, but the park was monitored. A little cold for my taste. I mean, those were some of the warmest days during the, warmest part of the day. So you saw us there getting that taken care of. And so we had some fun with that. But let me see, play around here a little bit. If everybody's just coming on, welcome to another ride day. We're getting ready to talk about the hills. We're just talking about the Canada trip there because that's what initially brought me up there. Going up to Canada, meeting with a few people, having some fun, and I brought the kids and family with me, so the kids had a lot of fun. So that was great. But anyway, so if you're interested in going to Banff, it must be an incredible ride. I would recommend any cruiser rider to go up there because, I mean, you're just basically climbing elevations of like 10, 12,000 all the way up. You're riding the whole lake, or I guess a river flowing downhill, which is perfect. And then it forms in all those beautiful lakes and stuff like that. So it really is picture perfect up there all the way up throughout. It did not disappoint as far as the beauty. And I know I think they charge us $5 to get into the park. So yeah, anyway, they charged us about $5. I think it was admission, and that was it. But there was more stuff. I mean, there's gondola rides and all types of stuff and all that. But anyway, so that was good. So anyway, welcome to another ride day. Let's see if we can get down. Garage. This is garage in Denver. And actually, me and my son we revamped this whole thing. So we moved the bikes to Las Vegas. So I have a garage out in Las Vegas. So we got the bike stored out there. So that way, during the winter season in other places, we can fly over to Vegas, hop on the bikes, and then do the whole California, Arizona. So that way I can extend the ride life. So when you live in the East Coast and even up north and all them places, you have a real short ride season. It's really not that long. It gets warm maybe April, May. May usually is when everyone really starts riding. But then you got to get through the rainy season, the showers and stuff like that. So I don't know. I mean, when you really add up the days, you really lose a lot of possible ride times and ride days between the rain and the weather itself. So it's very hard. You don't tell it to drag and stuff like that. And it's warm down in the Carolinas and Tennessee, but it will rain every 3 days. I mean, it kind of can mess your whole trip up depending. So you have to really plan it carefully. So what we usually do is that I set aside 3 or 4 different planned rides within the month. And then as we get closer to those days, I look at the weather pattern and then decide if we're going to hit the north, we're going to hit east, west, if we're going down south. I kind of play off the weather now. So I no longer do it off of, I know everyone wants a ride schedule. And that's something that we do a lot. We do a lot of creating ride schedules, map out rides for people, for clubs, ride groups, stuff like that as well. So that's another big part of what we do at another ride day. But again, we kind of take the approach where we would plan multiple rides in different directions. And according to the weather in your area, you can do that. So we're getting away from normally a motorcycle club has like here's a list of here's the weekend, here's exactly what we're going to do. And a lot of people want that because, it helps them plan off their time off and plan rides and stuff like that. But overall, they lose a lot of days because that weekend it may rain. It may be good Saturday, but bad Sunday and so forth. So a lot of people are losing a lot of ride days committing to these pre-done schedules. So we take a different approach. So when we do map design, ride coaching, travel coach, stuff like that, we give them all those different options. So during this month, you're going to do that. Or even if you're committed to that particular weekend or that 3-4 day weekend or that week, we'll give you options to A, B, and C. So that way you can change up and you can still have a phenomenal time. So just something we recommend. Take it. If you don't, keep doing what you do. But anyway, so we have bikes there, and now we relocated most of the bikes over to Las Vegas for the winter. So we'll be going over there and doing California because there's always 70 degrees in California, and then Arizona and Las Vegas. It'll pick it up. It'll be By March, February, March, April, so forth, it'll already be 80 degrees and so forth down there. So again, we have about a good 10-month riding season compared to most people who only have 4 at the most. Some people get 6, but they're really pushing it during the winter and rainy days. Most people have about a good 4 months. Even in Colorado, with the phenomenal riding that's here, I would say 2.5 months of really good quality riding. And even then, every warm day ends in a thunderstorm. So you're time limited. But anyway, so bikes in Vegas. We'll show some pictures of that and we move over there. I'll probably be doing a few podcasts from over there too. So we'll fly in. We kind of like fly in, ride, and fly back. So we've been doing that for quite a bit. But we'll talk about that in some of the other future discussions, podcasts, so forth. So if you want information on that, you got to let me know, and we'll do some of that. I'll have some discussions or things like that. So we'll do all that. But we redid the garage right here. This is the one in Denver. Still kept I got the custom cruiser in the back. Still kept that here. We got to do some work on that. Front fork seals was leaking, and also the back tire got bad. I got to change the tire and a few other stuff. I want to change it out a little bit. Add a few more custom pieces to that. So you're going to see her transform to be even more beautiful. That's one of my favorites there, but I still, sport biking the most part. So anyway, let's get back to the hills. Let's talk about what we were talking about with the topic of today, which is riding in South Dakota, towards Yellowstone. That's Montana, Wyoming. So that whole trifecta, those 3 states there. I would have never thought I would have had so much fun riding in Montana and South Dakota. I thought, I knew about Sturgis, and I have done Sturgis before, and it was just more of a huge gathering of bikes. It's just a gigantic festival. It wasn't a lot of riding though. There was some charity rides and stuff like that. I mean, it's wall to wall, shoulder to shoulder bikes. All the sites, everyone is looking at the sites at the same time. So you really can't just get out there and ride. So I recommend going there outside of Sturgis, because the Blackhills is outstanding. I mean, it's not just about twists and turns. They have roads that what they call a pigtail, go in, spin around, and go out. It's actually, they call it pigtail roads. And I'll show you some pictures and stuff of that. So I'll show you so you can know exactly what I'm talking about. But it's some one-of-a-kind riding. You're cutting through, it's like a roller coaster ride, constant lefts and rights, cutting through the rocks. I forgot that, what was the memorial with the presidents faces and stuff like that? Oh man, wow, I can't even remember it. Mount Rushmore is out there. That's a big deal. I didn't realize that. And Mount Rushmore is huge. I didn't realize that for some people, Mount Rushmore is like Mecca. You got to make a pilgrimage to see Mount Rushmore and stuff like that. So they love the presidents out there. So it was great. But I forgot about that. So it was just twisty, windy roads, original cowboy towns. You had Deadwood, Needles Highway. It's outstanding. So I know coming up this summer, we got some people that's going to ride across country. We're going to meet them up in Sturgis. I'm going to show them that one. We're going to ride that to death, and then we may come down Denver from there. But from Sturgis in that area, you keep going west, and then you hit Bighorn. You're heading towards Yellowstone. You don't have to go to Yellowstone, but you're heading towards Yellowstone, and that's when you start to cross into Montana and then Wyoming. And then you have the infamous Beartooth Pass, which I don't even know why this road is talked about as much as it is. I mean, probably because it's snowed and you pretty much can only ride it maybe 2 months out of the year, if that. But it's just, I can't even describe the way the road snakes all the way up the hill. I mean, you just have to see it, and I'm going to show you guys so you can actually get a visual of it. Beartooth, and then also there's Dead Indian Hill Summit. These are all the roads that's kind of like coming from or leading to Yellowstone. Yellowstone National Park is a nice ride if you want to do all that, but I mean, it'll be equivalent to just sitting in traffic. I don't think there's a time, day, night, evening you can ever go into Yellowstone where you might as well be. I could have caught a bus and rode faster through Yellowstone. There's so many people. So I don't know. I crossed that completely off the list as far as a motorcycle ride, unless you just want to see Yellowstone. But other than that, it's just not. I mean, it's just going to be a long, slow ride of you behind, not just cars, but you're going to be around those huge RVs. A lot of people take RVs out there, and it's just, you know, that RV is huge. It takes up half the road. You can't really go around it. It's just, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you, but I'm never going to ride a motorcycle up there. You know, that's not a problem. But anyway, so let me get into some of it. Let me show y'all what's going on again. So I'm gonna pull up the map one more time. Okay, got the map up. Oh, no, second camera here. Let me get it straight. This is the map. Okay, so we got the map. Let me full screen the map. Okay, so right here, let y'all know where you're at. Okay, so we're in South Dakota, Wyoming, and this is the Montana here. So this whole area here is like just breathtaking, just epic, once in a lifetime riding. Rapid City, Sturgis up here. This Blackhills, I mean, there's so many roads up and down here. And I mean, you want to talk about twisty and crazy and just ongoing and just beautiful roads, just beautiful roads. Tunnels after tunnels. Oh, it's just beautiful, phenomenal. And then you got the canyon over here, Badlands Canyons, which is something to see here. But this here, you need to come out to ride that, period. Sturgis or not. This is something you have to put on your bucket list, or not even bucket list, just put on your must-do list. Just make it like one of your epic rides. And then over here is Bighorn. I mean, this riding is incredible. It's just, and it's long. None of this is short. So this is, you're talking about some nice 20-mile stretches, 30-mile stretches, so forth, or whatever, of just ongoing twisty roads. And then, yeah, we was up in Billings. And so this is Beartooth Pass. Yeah, Beartooth Highway. And this is ridiculous. I mean, it's phenomenal. There goes the dead Indian hill over here. And it was just incredible. So let me come out of this. Ooh, come on. And good. Let me see. And let's just jump right into Sturgis. Let's do that one. Since everybody knows Sturgis, everybody wants Sturgis. We'll jump right into Sturgis and kind of go from there. Let me see. Perfect. Yeah, that's some of the music I was playing earlier. I'm gonna cut some of the music down. Don't want to lose. So yeah, they have these long stretches of just one-way roads, so you don't have to worry about oncoming traffic. I mean, so it goes in, it comes out. Here's a pigtail, huge. It's almost like 180, but you're going up, hit through a cave. I mean, this was beautiful, man. It was just some fun riding, man. You want to talk about a fun day of riding. Lefts, rights, curves. I mean, it was phenomenal. And again, this is the stuff that you can't do during Sturgis because it's too packed. But you can just get lost out there. I mean, there's so many different routes you can take. I'm sorry, so many different routes you can take and just have the time of your life, man. It was like a never-ending roller coaster ride. Just phenomenal. Yeah, Mount Rushmore. Like I said, I was out there. But just, oh man, I had so much fun riding out there. Oh, that was incredible. So I mean, I'm so glad I did that, and I did it outside of Sturgis, meaning the Sturgis event. And there's a major city, Rapid City is near there, so you got all the amenities. So you want to sit up in Rapid City all the hotels, whatever you want, whatever price point you want is right there. A major city, food, so forth, great. And then just every day, just take off and hit another route, hit another place, go where you want to go, and stuff like that. I mean, it was outstanding. So definitely set up there, and yeah, this was fun, man. I mean, I don't know what to tell y'all, man. I mean, it really speaks for itself, man. It was outstanding. So I can't wait to I got a few fellas and ladies. They're gonna ride over, and I'm gonna show them this in July. They're coming over July, I think mid-July. So we're gonna do Sturgis, and then they're gonna come down to Denver, and we're gonna definitely hit some roads. But this is definitely, I mean, this is a fun day of riding, an unforgettable fun day of riding. Again, you set up in Sturgis, and then from that point, it's Needles Highway, it's Deadwood, it's 89A, I think is the route number and stuff like that. So that was great. Let me stop sharing and come back over here. Let me see, camera one. So again, yeah, it was fun. We had a lot of fun doing that. From there, I got to get over to this Beartooth Highway thing because it's something else. We set up in Billings. So we went to Billings, Montana. That was like the largest town, the largest town there. There was a few other ones like Cody, but it was smaller. But Billings had all the amenities and stuff like that you would want. And then from Billings, I think the ride, it was an hour away from Billings. I think you went south or southwest from Billings. And then you came up on a town called Redwood or Red something like that. Nice little town, you know, had stuff going on. And then you get into the serious ride. So let me see if I can, let's switch over. Okay, so this is Beartooth, and I want to, let me see. See if I can full screen this for you guys. So playing with one of the new drones, trying to get the handle of it, or trying to learn it. I got a couple of different drones, but that was one of the newer ones. Look at that road there. Look at that stuff. I mean, let me stop this right here. I never seen anything like this. I mean, these were some of the largest stretches. When usually I say you snake up and down a road, usually when I say stuff like that, you know, you think of Essing going up and stuff like that. You think of like some of the roads you see in Europe. I didn't know there were roads like this here in America that was that great. I mean, it's such a long ride as you're going all up and down. I mean, it's just like it's never ending is what I mean. When I mean long, I mean like never ending. Like the action is just always going. The scenery is outstanding, but it's like just ongoing action. So it's just outstanding. So it's just phenomenal, man. So let me show y'all that again. It was just incredible. Just incredible, man. So here we go. There's the famous bear at the bottom of the Beartooth Pass. Free. This is all highway, like heading towards Yellowstone. There's no fee or nothing, and it's just unbelievable, man. Long stretches, you can get it. It really wasn't a lot of vehicles out there. And there you go. Suddenly you go up, and all of a sudden, and this is July. So this is like July 4th, July 5th. It was 88 degrees down there. As soon as you get near the top, snow cap. It was like something out of Europe. I thought I was in like, was it Steve-O or Switzerland and stuff like that? I mean, it was incredible. And I mean, bring sport bike ride. I know a lot of cruisers do it, taking their time, but no, man, you want to be out there on your bike. I mean, you can ride as fast as you want, as far as, you know, just watch out for the edge. You got to kind of make up your mind whether you want to keep your eyes on the road or you want to keep your eyes on the scenery. So I kind of had to remind myself of that, or you mess around, because it's a thin line between really messing up. It could have been a bad day, but it was just beautiful riding, man. Look at some of the scenery in some of this area. Look at the stuff around it. Look at the road. Yep, the lakes out there were still, and these are lakes 10,000 feet in the air. So, I mean, it was just beautiful, man. It was beautiful. And the walls of ice were like 10 feet high, you know, on the side. I mean, I don't even know how they plowed that, but it was just incredible. So the road was dry and hot. So as you can see, I could ride it. As you got further up, I got up so high, it was a ski resort still operating in July. It was the funniest thing I ever saw. It was hilarious, but the roads were dry. So I guess you're so close up to the sun that, you know, once the sun comes out, it dries everything out. But the snow up there is so thick in certain areas, it still stays. But I mean, yeah, I didn't have to worry about rain or wet or anything like that. I mean, I just got to ride it, man. Yeah, so I had a lot of fun out there, man. I had a lot of fun out there. And then, you know, like I said, when you get up to the top, it was snow flurries. So it was snow flurries were coming down, and that was fun to see. But other than that, though, man, I'm gonna stop this. See if I can get back over camera 1, 2. Good. So that's Beartooth Pass, or Beartooth Pass Highway. I would recommend staying either in Billings and riding over if you want the modern town, the modern amenities. I mean, they had smaller towns. I think Cody was near there, and it was a Redwood or Red Walk, something like that. But those are smaller towns with like boutique hotels that still charge you even more than like, you know, Marriott's and so forth, because they know they're the only hotel in the area. But man. So if you come over to Sturgis, you might as well go ahead and do that as well, because I mean, they're not that far from each other. I think it's about 3-4 hours in between. So if you're going to make a trip out here just to do Sturgis and turn around, you're missing out. I mean, you can have a lot of fun in Sturgis. Like I said, riding the Blackhills is definitely a once-in-a-lifetime ride experience. Just kind of endless. It was like, I would say 5 or 6 outstanding, amazing roads. With all types of sights. Let's see, there was Indian Hill. There was Deadwood is a cowboy town, but I don't know. It was a big time tourist town, because I think everything was Wild Bill this, Wild Bill stores, Wild Bill gas station, Wild Bill, you know, bars. So they're wearing Wild Bill out there, you know, as far as that. That's all the tourist stuff. But it was authentic. It had a nice little look to it. You know, the bricked out streets. The towns, you really felt like you were riding into the old west and stuff like that. But then to go over there, you still just, that's, you know, when you finish with that, go over towards Billings and do Beartooth Pass. You will not regret it. As you saw in the videos, it was outstanding. I thought I was riding in Europe. Literally, it felt like I was riding in Europe. Those type of roads I didn't know existed in the U.S. And you know, I've done back roads, Amish country, of course, out here in Colorado, you have the canyons, out to California, Arizona. But that stuff was the most unique thing I've ever saw as far as road designs. And it just allowed you to really ride it, and ride it hard. You can ride it as fun. You can lay back and be as scenic, or you can just let it rip. And it was plenty of space. So for example, you know, when I did run across maybe some cruisers that wanted to go slow, it was nothing just to zoom right past them. As you saw in the video, I had a lot of open time to myself just to let it rip and enjoy it and push it as hard as I wanted to do. And that's what I ride for. I ride for the challenge and the experience. just to ride something amazing. And that is absolutely amazing, Beartooth Pass. So from there, let us move on to the next thing. Now, this is Beartooth Pass is just below Beartooth Path. So Beartooth Path takes you all the way to the top of the mountain, and then it keeps straight going towards Yellowstone. But then instead of going to Yellowstone, you can head south, and it'll bring you back down an angle. This is a thing called Dead Indian Hill. And I think a local told me about this, so I didn't know about it. They were like, no, you can do the loop. Are you doing the Dead Indian Hill loop? And I was like, what are you talking about? So I got up on the map. I looked at the stuff, and the road was like, wow, on the map, it was incredible. He was like, oh, you're in for a special day. So again, following day, left from Billings, went down there and just focused on Dead Indian Hill. And wow. This was a fun ride too. So, and got some great footage of it. So, let me see if I can share that with you guys. Hopefully you all enjoy that. But this is another one you got to do over there. So let me see, share screen again. So I'm gonna let this speak for itself. I mean, it offered everything. Triple tunnels was great. I forget the name of that lake over there, but now I'm officially in Wyoming. And look at the hills back there. So let me see if I can back up. There we go. Let me pause that right there real quick. I'm sorry. I hate when I do that in the videos, but check this out. Look what you're about to get into. And this is only a part of it because it goes down, and then it goes back up again, and down and back up again. Long stretches. You had declines that went anything from like 5 all the way to like 15 degrees as far as going down. I mean, you had straightaways with the scenic. You were literally right on the top edge of the mountains as you're riding. So you get to see that scenery, and then you start to go down the mountain. I mean, it was phenomenal, man. So, and then the canyons. Oh, that was beautiful. I'm so glad I stopped at this place. I mean, just beautiful open road riding. And again, I was having fun out there. I had some fun out there. So to me, it was just like a never-ending roller coaster ride, just up, down, up on the edge, looking at the top of the mountain, coming down, going down in the canyon, back up. It was great, man. It was outstanding. I'm so glad I found this. And I don't know, I mean, sport bikes should be all over this, whether you're a touring sport bike or just sport bikes, period. But it seems like only cruisers find out about this because it's mountain country. So of course that's mostly people with cruisers. But I mean, I know I had the right bike for this. I had a ball. It would almost be a disappointment for me to do this on a cruiser. Yeah, this was Wind River Canyon, something like that. Yeah. Just a beautiful day of riding, man. Just fantastic, man. It gave me everything I wanted. Pushed myself to the max. The curves were endless. I mean, it was just I'm trying to find out how long the ride was, how many miles. But once you get caught up in something like this, you got to ride it all the way through. So there's no turning or stopping point. As you can see, it's just rolling and rolling with it until it levels out. Yeah, you just got to go with the flow. So if you like switchbacks, long bends, open stretches, scenic rides along the edge. I mean, this gave it all. This gave it all. Yeah, so it had a fun day. Definitely had a fun day. So again, that's Wyoming. So that whole combination, I would say, oh yeah, I'm gonna get back to this guy in a second. Hold on, I had some fun with him. Let me come back over here. So I would tie all that together as one package. And you can do all of this in like maybe I would say 4 days. You don't really need a week. But of course, if you have to come over across, give it a whole week. So a week would definitely give you time to do it all, relax in between the rides and everything else. So I would say set up at two home bases or home places where we set up at. One is Rapid City, which is right beside Sturgis in the Blackhills. It's perfect. And then you want to go over to either Billings or maybe Cody. I still say Billings. It was more of a larger city. So that way, when I came back after a day of riding, I'm eating at Buffalo Wild Wings, I'm grabbing me something to drink, stuff like that. I got all the bars and places that I'm more comfortable with that I know. Nothing against some of the small towns or small places like that, but I don't know. I got to go where I'm comfortable at. And I don't know what your group, your whatever is, but still, you want to make sure they got everything. So usually when I do a ride, I make sure that I'm in a place where everyone can find a spot that makes them comfortable. So by setting up home base in some of the major cities, everyone on their free time or downtime can eat at the places they want to eat at, hang out at certain things. The city has its own sites to see different things as well. So I don't kind of dictate the whole thing all the way through. I give you plenty of time to find your own fun and then make it real easy to get back with me when you want to go on the next excursion, the next ride, stuff like that as well. So that's why I kind of choose the major cities. I don't have to book everyone at the same hotel. Let's say if you wanted to ride with me and stuff like that, you can find whatever hotel you want. I got everything. You want to stay at the Motel 6 or you want to stay at the Redison Inn, Four Seasons, is up to you. All of it is all within that same city. So it's your budget, your money, how you want to do it. And it simplifies things a little bit. So, the whole prepackaged, the hotel we're staying at, I don't know what your taste is. You may need a couch in your hotel room. You may need may want a whole kitchen. Some people want to set up the whole apartment where it's like a studio or Airbnb. So all those things that you can do that when you stay in a major city and stuff like that. Let me get this ticker thing off here. So when you do stuff like that, you just give people those options to do that. So that's one of the main things we do there. So again, I would recommend Rapid City for Sturgis, and then move on over to Billings, maybe Cody, but I would say Billings, Montana. And then that gives you access to Beartooth Highway Pass. And then you can do Dead Indian Hill. And then you can come back and if you never rode anything in life, you'll be bragging about that forever. You'll be bragging about that stuff forever. So yeah, so a great time. That's what I call the hills. So big thanks to the friends up in Canada that invited me up there to check out that. That was great. But again, we'll be hosting those rides. I think a private group, we're doing a private group ride for them coming over in July. So we're going to have some fun with them and show them the areas. And I don't know if that's going to be, I don't know if it's cruisers or a mix of sport bikes. We do both because, I have cruisers and sport bikes. So I usually take at least a sport bike and a cruiser where I go. If I'm trailering to a certain place where I'm setting up base camp, and then each day or every other day, depending on the road or the ride and the group, I'll take the bike that kind of does that. So that way, I still get to have fun and can match out with the group as well. Because sometimes a fast sport bike with some cruisers don't work out, and vice versa. So you just got to get it taken care of. So it depends on the group, who I'm riding with, what type of event we're doing. We kind of go from there. So you can have fun regardless, but I just want to make sure for you sport riders, yeah, don't miss out on these roads here. This stuff is incredible. This stuff is incredible. I mean, just riding that, you'll be bragging about that for the rest of your life. Believe me. I used to think that, what is it over there? Tail of the Dragon, which is a great ride. I mean, I really like Tail of the Dragon. It was okay. I like all the other rides around Tail of the Dragon, and I like the Parkway. What's not Gwynn Falls Park? Blue Ridge Parkway. Blue Ridge Parkway offers a lot of fun stuff as well. We're gonna save that for another discussion too, because a lot of y'all are missing out. Y'all are coming down to y'all coming down to ride the tail of the dragon, and you're passing up 5, 6, I would say 7 amazing roads that you can ride and sites and stuff to do out there. Just to do the tail of the dragon, to sit in traffic, wait for your turn to go down the hill. And it's not that long. Everyone was like, it got this many curves and whatever here and there. I mean, in 20 minutes, you done did the whole thing and it's over with. So to plan a whole trip to do a 20-minute ride down tail of the dragon and then say, oh, I've done the great. Yeah, you're really missing out. So that's a whole nother episode. So if y'all want that, make sure y'all email me, send the information. There we go. I'll put the information down there. Make sure y'all let me know about that, and I'll do an episode on that one. We should. I got a friend. He wants us to do a Blue Ridge Parkway. I don't know. We may plan a ride and do some of the stuff, but I mean, it's hard to do all that in one. But we may have to do that because y'all guys are missing out. I mean, the tail of the dragon is nice. The back of the dragon is 3 times as long as the tail of the dragon. That is phenomenal. And that's just up the street. That's not too far from there. There are roads around Knoxville. There is I forgot, Pigeon Fords, Clingman Hill, Grandfather Mountain. Man, there's so many rides that y'all guys should be doing down there that, I mean, I forgot all about the tail of the dragon. Like, the tail of the dragon lost all of its excitement after riding some of the other roads down there. So you guys really got to stretch. You got to get out of just what was advertised and put out there. You're driving past roads and routes that will make your day. Just to get to the tail of the dragon and take pictures by the tree. And it's nice. I don't want to put it down. It's nice. And then, but you're always in traffic, and the ride isn't that long. I can do the whole tail of the dragon in maybe 20 minutes and it'll be over with. And it's done. And now you're back at this spot looking at everybody else and all the rest of the stuff. While the other routes, I mean, man, I easily lost track of an hour, 10 minutes, just doing some of the other routes and the other places and stuff like that. And when we're down there, we usually stay at either Asheville was a little expensive. Asheville, North Carolina was a little expensive. Charlotte was too far away because it took almost like an hour and a half to 2 hours just to get to the spot to start the ride. So I'm gonna say Knoxville is probably the best home base to set up. Find your hotels, find your place, the place you like, and then you can leave every day from Knoxville, and you can hit Tail of the Dragon, you can hit Back of the Dragon, you can hit some of the other Chalahara or Cherokee Highway. You can hit Pigeon Forge. You can just every day you can just do it. Spend a good half a day hitting these phenomenal rides. Come back and relax. So I would say Knoxville will be the home base, best place to set up from there. And we may do that again. I don't know. You have to talk to me and see what we're gonna do. But we're out here now. Once I got a taste of some of these Midwest and West Coast and Southwest, I don't know how to say this any other way, but basically, I don't think anything on the East Coast compares to any of the style of riding, the variety, the open roads, the canyons, the valleys. Nothing on the East Coast. And I mean, all of it. I can go all the way up and down from Mount Washington way up there, all the way. I mean, literally nothing compares to the riding out here. So you guys got to get out here and do that. You got to experience that. So hopefully I'm showing you some of the stuff, some of the base places to stay or set up and go from there. And if you want more, we're going to keep it going. So again, I think we're pushing up on, looks like 50 minutes. So we're going to end this. I'm going to shut this down. Nothing like that. But again, if you want to ride the hills, that's the South Dakota, Blackhills Mountains, and then you want to push over towards Yellowstone. You don't want to go to Yellowstone unless you just want to sit in traffic and see the sights. But going towards Yellowstone, you cross over into the Montana and Wyoming, just that corner where they meet at. So South Dakota, Montana, Wyoming, that where they meet at right there will give you once in a lifetime riding that you'll be bragging with for the rest of your life. So Beartooth Pass, Sturgis Blackhills, Dead Indian Hill Pass, Bighorn, Wind River Valley, all that stuff there is just outstanding. So definitely got to put that on your list if you want to do that, be it cruiser or sport bikes. But as you can see, the videos I was showing you was on sports. So I mean, you can have the time of your life. So cops, police, little to none. Actually, I got a ticket. I'm not gonna lie. I was coming back from Wyoming, and I was flying. I went out further than I wanted to, so I was trying to make time to come back, and I was letting it rip. I think he clocked me at about 135 miles an hour. The cop clocked me, and he was like, I saw him. I was coming up the hill and I was going down, and I was like, "Is that a cop way up there?" And sure enough, it was the police. So I actually slowed down. I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna take this hit. I got to figure this out." And the first thing the police came over, he said, "Thank you for stopping. I didn't think you were going to stop." And I told him, I said, "I thought about it, but gas stations are so far and few between. I wasn't even going to push it." So I said I was just having fun coming off the hills and off the high and the excitement. So he was like, "Yeah," he said, "Just you got to slow it down." He said, "I don't have time to be scraping anybody off the pavement or whatever else." So he was like, "Slow it down. We have a lot of bikes to go through here." I bumped into a lot of people that were going across country. So I met a group of riders that came out of Florida, and they were riding to like Alaska. So it was like a crossway. That's, you know, for people who are heading towards like Seattle, Alaska, coming from Florida or whatever, doing that cross country, the diagonal way. So you meet a lot of motorcycles, different bikes, from adventures to sport bikes, and of course the cruisers as well. So I mean, you're never alone. The bike community always shows love, especially when you're out of town. So that was a great thing out there. So, but that whole Wyoming, Montana, South Dakota, where they all meet, yeah, that's definitely worth spending a week there and riding to your heart's content and bragging about it for the rest of your life. So there we go. So let's get rid of that information there. Where are we going? So we're going to wrap this up. Again, if y'all have any questions or anything else, let me know. We're going to keep this thing going. So as long as there are questions, as long as people who want to know, we'll share the experience. The website should be up for Another Ride Day. It's Another Ride Day, all one word. That should be coming up soon. Another Ride Day at gmail.com. And then we have what are the all the rest of the stuff is on, I guess, Instagram. Primarily do Instagram. Pretty much let Facebook go. So Instagram, you'll see Another Ride Day, or you can look up Ride Life ARD TV. So YouTube and Instagram is where most of the stuff is at. You could take a look at it. And the website should be coming up soon. So definitely look at that. Tell me what you guys think. And to see what we're offering, because we're offering a lot of stuff here. We're doing what are we doing here? Group rides, new rider training. That's something that's real excited about. We're actually, with the new rider training, we're focusing on new riders. We come to your location. So we actually bring the bike to you in your house, and we train you there at where you live at and where you're at. So we've done that a few times, and people requested it and kept going. So I think we're going to do that. There's content travel tours. We're partnering up with a lot of people who are doing, I mean, almost everybody is a content creator now. So, and some people wanted to partner up, or not partner up, but they were interested in just the ride life thing. So we kind of like do tour passenger rides and stuff like that. Either we look up with people who have motorcycles, but a lot of the ladies. So if they want to do those, add ride life to your content, you know, photos, drones, all that stuff like that, riding through your city, or you can come to visit us on one of the destinations that we ride to in the US, Canada, or Mexico. We've been doing a lot of stuff in Mexico too. So if you want to add that, that's content travel tours. And then of course we do the ride schedule design mapping, and ride, you know, that's for with individuals. That's ride coaching. There's some people who ride solo because sometimes you can't find people to ride with, but we'll help you map out, and we'll, you know, follow you along and keep in contact and stuff like that, and help you plan the best routes. Since we've done across the country in different ways, we did it north, middle, south, up, down, diagonal. We can definitely tell you what to do, what not to do, what to avoid. what are your best stopping points and stuff like that. So that's the ride, planning, coaching. And the ride mapping is kind of like what we do when I bring up the map. We do like a sessions. So we do that for individuals. We do that for, ride groups, help them plan and get rides and stuff like that. And we do it for ride clubs too, because I have a history. Yeah, I've definitely been with a couple of clubs, and actually help some large clubs get their stuff together as far as ride schedules. Because I mean, that struggle is always trying to get everyone to participate and get everyone active. And so we come up with like unbelievable rides. We'll show you stuff in your city that you didn't even know you could do in your area. And you can make that as part of your group and have phenomenal ride season. So we're just trying to help everybody get the most out of their ride experience. That's really what it all comes down to, getting the most out of your ride experience. So that's what all those services are for. So, and of course, if you just want to hang out and ride with us, let us know. We're both on the East Coast, West Coast, kind of based out of Las Vegas. But from there, we can meet people in San Diego, Los Angeles, San Francisco, a lot of fun stuff up there as well. Phoenix and Arizona is always good. New Mexico, Utah, and Colorado, of course. We'll do all that. When you're dealing with the Montana, South Dakota, stuff like that, and even Colorado parts of it, you only can do it during that small window. So you only really have about, I would say, July and August for the most part, maybe September, half of September, when you want to do out there. And then October, it gets a little too windy to ride. You can do it, but it's pretty rough. So I mean, you haven't seen winter, you see a sandstorm and stuff like that, and out on a motorcycle is pretty rough. So again, you just have to pick and choose your months. You got to be real particular about that. But everything else is wide open. We go into Baja all year long. Of course, the whole California thing. Florida, we kind of do Florida around, I would say, April and May. We did have a couple of ride events or some stuff we did, because Florida is beautiful. There's lots of rides, a lot of action going up there. I mean, plus it has the best rallies and all that stuff as well. But it rains a lot in Florida. So I don't know. People never talk about that. It rains a lot in Florida. So usually in the early part of the year, around April, May, maybe even June, but April and May, it's consistently like 80-something degrees. Weather's perfect. Very little rain, and you can get the best riding you can in Florida and that area there. And we're talking about Florida and all the way from Miami all the way to the Panhandle to New Orleans. So that New Orleans, Florida is usually probably April, May, June when we kind of, if we do that. The rest of the year, it's going to rain. So we'll plan an event and we'll definitely lose 1 or 2 days just the rain itself. So I've learned my lesson, and I'm trying to pass that information on to y'all. So anyway, and same thing going all the way up to Carolina and Maryland. That's always fun. Again, you have to watch the rain, especially when you go over towards the tail of the dragon in that area. So the Tennessee, Carolina, that one, but also the Carolina to Virginia. There's a lot of fun riding in Virginia as well, all the way up to the DMV. I mean, once you get up DMV in Maryland and Pennsylvania, you're talking about country back roads. You're talking about farm back roads. You're talking about bridges, unbelievable bridges. And you get to ride out to the beaches and stuff like that. They got ferry rides out there. That's phenomenal. Yeah, we do a lot. And we keep doing it. So whatever the people want, we keep going from there, or whatever we get excited about. So, we are pretty much, I think they call that the Somewhere Always tour, because we'll be all over the place. So, let me stop this thing from going by. I'm sorry. So those are some of the rides, some of the services, but we're just out here having fun. So if you just wanted to know how to plan a ride, how to put stuff together, or just the best place to set up and things like that, or just want to see some of the action out here, because I'm showing it to you so that way you know it's really out there, because I don't think a lot of people are not showing all these phenomenal roads, phenomenal ridings. They're showing the stunt riding, they're showing the bikes, they're showing the custom bikes, stuff like that. And I got mad love for that stuff too, but there's no representation for the people who want to ride, for riders who want to ride. So, if you want to enhance your ride experience, if you're a rider who want to ride, we got some places for you to ride. So we got plenty of places for you to ride. So other than that, I'm going to end this with a fun video. At the end of the ride, we came up on this gas station, and there was a guy who was playing his guitar and stuff like that. So we had, he was playing for us. So I promised I would feature him, or at least put him on there. So let me see if I can get that on here, that back on here. Yeah, this is the guy here. So All right, so there we go. Another ride day and we're out. Y'all enjoy yourself. We'll put together some more episodes and stuff and keep this thing going. And we may expand it to include different people and stuff like that. We may do some collabs with different people. But other than that, just showing y'all some ride options so y'all can have some fun out here and enjoy yourself. So stay tuned up. What's going up here? I'm still learning this thing, so I'm sorry. I'm going to get it together eventually. Okay, so again, email me if you have any questions. You can put comments if we're going to put this on YouTube, so you can do that stuff as well. And we'll just keep showing you what we do. So, another ride day. We'll keep going from there.